Greetings, citizens of the world. We are anonymous. On Sunday, June 12, 2016 at approximately 2 a.m., 29-year-old Omar Mir Sadiq Mateen began a mass shooting at the nightclub known as Pulse in Orlando, Florida. Mateen took 30 hostages as shots were exchanged between him and Orlando police. At 2:22 a.m., Mateen made a call to 911 pledging his allegiance to ISIS, the known terrorist organization. For 3 hours, police and Mateen were in a standoff until police SWAT drove an armored vehicle into the building, used stun grenades to disorient, then shot and killed Mateen. Over the day, the death count rose quickly to a total of 49 Americans left dead with at least 53 wounded. A message posted in Arabic on a dark website associated with the ISIS news agency Mac said the armed attack that targeted a gay nightclub in the city of Orlando in the American state of Florida and that bore more than 100 killed and wounded was carried out by an Islamic State fighter. Although, the language that is consistent with previous announcements regarding ISIS was not present. FBI Assistant Special Agent Ronald Hopper stated that the Federal Bureau of Investigations had previously interviewed Mateen back in 2013 and 2014, although the investigations proved quote-unquote inconclusive.
Today as Americans, we grieve the brutal murder, a horrific massacre of dozens of innocent people. We pray for their families who are grasping for answers with broken hearts. We stand with the people of Orlando who have endured a terrible attack on their city. Although it's still early in the investigation, we know enough to say that this was an act of terror and an act of hate. The FBI is appropriately investigating this as an act of terrorism. The shooter was apparently armed with a handgun and a powerful assault rifle. This massacre is therefore a further reminder of how easy it is for someone to get their hands on a weapon that lets them shoot people in a school, or in a house of worship, or a movie theater, or in a nightclub. And we have to decide if that's the kind of country we want to be. And to actively do nothing is a decision as well. We will stand united as Americans to protect our people and defend our nation, and to take action against those who threaten us, and the strength and courage to change. We need to demonstrate that we are defined more as a country by the way they live their lives than by the hate of the man who took them from us.
Barack Obama. You use the words act of terror to define this attack, but using the word terror without a defining adjective is like a doctor using the word cancer without making note of the affected area that is diseased, because without knowing where the cancer is, the cancer cannot be attacked effectively and seek to extirpate it. So is the same as terrorism. You're so determined to avoid the reality of radical Islamic terrorism, that you make statements such as God giving us the strength and courage to change. Your statement is appalling and disgraceful. You might as well have said we, the Americans, are to blame for the Orlando massacre, not Islamic terrorism. Hate towards the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender community did not murder or injure 102 people. An Islamist terrorist waging war against the United States did. On our soil. On our people. We Americans do not bear responsibility for this attack. You hint and turn towards the association of more extensive limits on gun ownership and speak more words about the so-called problem of guns than you do the real and true threat of terror. We, the American people, demand the exposure of the truth behind the attack on Orlando. Not your truth, but the real truth. We demand answers as to why Mateen was investigated, but it ended as inconclusive, although he was proven to be linked to Mona Mohammed Abu Salha, the first American suicide bomber in Syria. Mateen's phone call to 911 not only pledged allegiance to ISIS, but also mentioned Abu Salha and admiration for other terrorists. Had the FBI kept him under surveillance and been more diligent in their required duties, 49 Americans would not have been lost. Barack Obama, if you would be more diligent in your required duties and acknowledge the real terrorist threat we are currently facing and show more attentiveness to exterminate it, maybe America would not be at war on our own soil with Islamic terrorists committing lone wolf attacks around the nation. Fellow anonymous brothers and sisters, any of you who wish to assist in exposing the truth, share this video. Any of you with a certain skill set which will allow you to get information not readily available to the public, get it and expose it. Under any means necessary we must find the guilty and hold them accountable, and President Obama cannot keep our eyes closed on this matter, and we must open the eyes of the others who have fallen for his and the corrupt government's false propaganda. Whatever happened in Orlando, we must expose the truth, and nothing but the truth. Our American people deserve it. Our time is now. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Those attempting to obstruct the truth. Expect us. Operation Expose Orlando engaged.